Well, the good people of Anwil certainly shouldn't have that much to complain about this season. They've come out and won a couple of games in their first 4 attempts. They are right in the thick of things here in their first Basketball Champions League experience. A long way to go, obviously. This is game day 5, also in Group A right now. Actually, Nizhny Novgorod are hosting Le Mans. Also, Ventspils will be in action right about coming up now with MHP Rees and Lewisburg, who are really struggling, 0-4. Then you've got a real barn burner coming up between Cidigas, Avellino, there at the bottom in Bambi. So here are the Group A standings, and of course that Cidigas game will be played tomorrow on Wednesday. You got Murcia up at the top, flying high, and Anwil at 2-2 are in 4th place right now. And it's far too early to be rooting for teams to win or to lose that you're chasing or that you're fighting against to get into that top 4 position. But you know, I'm sure that as Anvil's fans pile into this Hall of Champions here, the Hala Mistro, they will be hoping perhaps that Le Mans lose on the road. Who knows? Well, Ovi Soko for UCAM Murcia, what a story he was last year. Mudic, Edu Duran, Ertusson, Alberto Martin, Charlon Kloof, the Holland International, Damian Brudes, Brad Olsen, Manuel Cache, Marcos Delia, the Argentinian, Sadio Rojas. You could see Sadio Rojas there wearing that mustache. And, you know, this is a UCAM Murcia team that, without question, expects, it's aiming for a place in the Final Four, probably expects it, although, as you say, in this business, you never count on it. You go game by game. Anwil, meanwhile, Komenda, Simon, Markovic, Badalski, Wojciechowski, number 9, keep an eye on him, Lekodie. You've got Yaroslav Tchaikovsky, and you've got a lot of players, Szymon Szewczyk, Mateusz Kostrewski, Jakub Parszenski. You know, you've got a lot of players that you want to keep an eye on in this Anwil team that will be worth the price of admission. Now, we are in the month of November, and of course, you perhaps see some mustaches on the faces of some of these players, and I dare say it's probably Movember. Movember always brings out the mustachioed looks for a lot of actors, athletes, you name it, you'll see it. Movember, it's an annual event involving the growing of mustaches. Without delving too much into it, in the month of November to raise awareness of men's health issues. So I'm guessing that's why we're looking at some of those mustaches. Anyway, this UCAM Murcia team being introduced. Of course, they got to the Final Four last year and came within a whisker, beating Ike in Athens in that incredible atmosphere of Waka. And now it's all about not necessarily starting over, but you know, remembering what you've been able to achieve, and then getting out there and playing hard and trying to be in the reckoning near the end of the year. They weren't unbeatable by any stretch of the imagination last year, UCAM Murcia, in the regular season. In fact, they had to pull out all stops just to get to the postseason. But once they got there, you know, survive and advance, that's what it's all about. And they did a great job. So now Anwil perhaps would like nothing more than to take a page out of their book. Anwil, as we look at some of the introductions of their players, we'll go over some of their results that they've had this year. Started things off in good fashion, winning at Ventspils in Latvia, 99-78. Then they lost at home to Nizhny Novgorod. That was a bitter pill to swallow, especially seeing how Nizhny's season has gone since then. Cidigas Avellino then won a thriller against Anwil in Italy. Double overtime classic. And MHP Rees and Lewisburg, who also were at the Final Four last year, Well, they've just had a nightmare this year, haven't they? That's all you can say. They lost 93-85 at home to Anwil last year. There's Coach Milicic on the left. Done a great job, and there was no surprise when they brought him back to coach this team, Anwil. Led him to the Polish title last season, Igor Milicic. And for UCAM Murcia, well, so far so good, you'd have to say, for Javier Juarez. So who will be in that starting five for UCAM Murcia? We're going to look at that. Sobin leading the way for Anwil, by the way, is Simon, 19.3 points per game. And Valerie Lihodea also at 17.5 points per game. And Halleck at 15.5 points per game. So you want to keep an eye on those guys. Referees for tonight from Latvia, Serbia, and Cyprus: Martin Kozlovskis there in the middle, Sasa Maricic, and Ilias Kunelis. That was a pensive-looking group of referees, born over in their own minds, perhaps, reminding themselves on some things. What are we looking for tonight from these two teams? And Damian Rudas also sporting the mustache tonight. Perhaps he's in that November crew. Ovi Soko, Charlon Kloof, Marcos Delia, Sario Rojas, and Milton Doyle in the starting five for Murcia. Kevin Tumba also on this roster. Forgot to mention him at the beginning. Doyle leading the way at 13.3 points per game. And there's Javier Juarez Crespo, the head coach of Murcia. Visoko at 11.8 points per game. Remember, he made the team of the year last year, the All-Star 5, if you will. Just a terrific talent. Kevin Tumba's averaging 9.5 points per game. So Simon Wojciechowski, Likwodei, Sobin, and Kostrevsky in that starting five for Anwil. And we'll get a look at Milicic. There he is, distinguishing himself as one of the real big prospects of a European coach, doing a fine job at Anwil.
Con Simon, con los jugadores importantes. Lado débil, hablamos, el último. Derrotamos. Bodicek, línea de fondo. Los perseguimos, y hay plan. Pick and roll. Uno, dos. Good back screens, you. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, people. Come on, guys. Team. Jugamos sin balón. Muy abiertos, esquina. Un pase más pisando zona, no en el aire. Ok, Milton. Hey, buenos bloqueos y las recepciones. Rebote ofensivo, siempre. Sobre todo, balance, ¿de acuerdo? Vamos, va. Go get it. Uno, dos, tres.
So Simon, Lihodie, Sobin, Wojciechowski, all out there getting ready for this opening tip. There's Soko. As Ovi goes, Soko's UCAM Murcia and Sherlon Kloof. Again, Sario Rojas, that trio of players all in that team that made it to the Final Four last year. All 5 of those guys on that Murcia team playing for various international teams, various national teams. Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to Włocławek, Poland. This is the Basketball Champions League. Of course, depending on where you are, could be in the afternoon still, could be in the early morning hours. But this is the Basketball Champions League, and it's Anwil taking on UCAM Murcia. And good start here, second chances. And turning the ball over, Valerie Lihodie here at the beginning. Ovi Soko trying to dump it down low to Delia. He does not. And then out on the break and running is Kostrevski. Nice look and nice pass from Lihodie. Rojas misses everything. Olchansky pulls it back out. Lihodie in the left passes it back over to Simon. Kostrevski drills the three-pointer. So a brilliant start for him tonight. 5 for Kostrevski, nothing for Murcia. I know maybe he had his foot on the line there, so 4-0. And now the dump, good job by the Argentina international Delia, getting good position there. And the foul, I believe, has been called on Sobin. No, it'll be on Wolchansky, holding Delia there. Milton Doyle back over to Soko, who gets it into Rojas, and the Dominican Republic international puts it up off the glass and in. And it looks like he's come up a little gimpy, must have landed awkwardly. Wolchansky back over to Kostrevski. Lihodie for 3 points. Soko turning, now back outside to Doyle. Great start for Anwil. Doyle falling down, puts it up off the front of the rim. And inside to Soko. Soaks up the pressure, puts up a crazy shot. Kostrevski with the rebound. Anwil push it quickly. Simon from the baseline. And Delia with the rebound. Doyle from the left corner, good! And just like that, it's a 2-point game. Kostrevski's going to inbound it. Sobin has it. Quick pass. And Wojciechowski misses. And Kloof pushes it up now. Kloof takes the bump. And Kostrevski called for the foul. First one is good. So his first point. He misses the second. Kostrevski with the rebound. There's Lihode. Passes it back out and into the hands of Kloof. Goes behind his back. Doyle from deep, off the back of the iron, and Kloof with the rebound. And Rojas misses from the right. Kostrevski and takes a little bit of contact and gets the foul called on Kloof. Wojciechowski crosses midcourt, gets it off to Lihode. There's Wojciechowski behind his back. Simon. Wojciechowski back to Simon. And Lihode bumped as he goes for the rebound. And now Milicic querying something. So ball's going to go back over to Murcia. Kloof down the baseline. Soko. Oh, beautiful. Oh, no, he didn't finish, but D'Elia there for the tap in. Lihode missed it. Oh no, he gets the friendly rim and puts Anwil back in front. Keep front and back of the rim to backboard, and it went in. Oh, beautiful pass, D'Elia to Savio Rojas. Shimon Shevchik is going to check into the game. 6 minutes into the contest. Also into the game, Touchdown, number 3 for Murcia. Lihode drives in, and a bump has been called, I think, on Soko. Mihalik is in the game as well. Number 23 for Anwil. Here's Lee Hodé. Lachansky. Moves to his right. And right off the bench, Shevchik misses. And Tussin comes in and brings it across midcourt. Hands it off to Sadio Rojas. Now Doyle shifts, goes back to his right. Now entry pass. And they're going to reset the shot clock to 14. Kache comes into the game, the promising Romania international. Also coming in, Nikola Markovic, number 7. And now a bump. And the ball goes back over to the home team, Anwil. Yeah, he just kind of leaned into him with his left shoulder. Also in the game is number 8, Igor Zlatovsky. He's got the ball right now. Shevchik hits the 3. Well, he has got the game, doesn't he, folks? He's still got it, the veteran, number 33. Anwil back on top by 3. Olesen has come into the game, number 12 for UCAM Murcia. Rudis also into the game, number 10 goes into the corner. Here's Olesen. Ortilson. Over to Rojas for 3. Kache with the rebound. He's going to go to work on Shevchik. No, he's going to make the bounce pass. Beautiful play, beautiful cut. Well, Rojas does so many things. One of the things he does very well, he makes his cuts to the basket. He gives his teammates an option. We've seen it twice already tonight. Kostrevsky dribbles behind his back, shot clock winding down. Olesen over to Ortilson. Back over to Kache. Oh, the big fella just lays it up and in. So Kache came up to set the pick and then just kind of rolled to the basket. As easy as you like. Shevchik now just kind of fumbles it into the hands of Olesen. Now the drive again and the pass to Sadio Rojas, who's earning a living going to the basket right now, folks. Rojas has 8 points. The foul called on Olesen this time. Mikhailic penetrating. Olesen takes a lick. Has to give up the foul. Mikhailic makes the first. Olesen's been around, folks. He has been around. He's played for a lot of great teams. Murphy being the latest, 35 years of age. And when he gets that three-point stroke working, you better look out. He could hit 5 in a row or even more. 1 of 2, and then Kache boxing out, gets the rebound. Udes passes over to Ertuğrul now. Pass up the court. From Edu Duran, who's in. There's Olesen again, over to Duran from the left. It's good. First 3 of the game for Edu Duran. First shot of the game, and it's in. And it's a 5-point lead. Murcia's biggest of the game. And the drive and the miss and the bump. And the ball will stay at this end. Sikowski in the game there, number 15. 17.9 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Five on the shot clock. Nowhere to go, and Mikhailic turns it over. Yes, he does, with the shot clock violation. A little sloppy that time. Tried to cut back to his right. He might have been better off just going straight to the basket. Oh, he's got to put it up quickly. He's not even going to try because he doesn't want to risk the turnover. So Ertuğrul holds on to it. And Murcia bring it over to the bench. Ertuğrul, his coach, Juarez, saying, just make the pass. Pass it to somebody. See the numbers there, the shooting numbers early on, favoring Murcia. So Anwil overall 5 of 12 from the floor, 41.67%, 50% from Murcia, 8 of 16. A lot of those layups and layups being made by Sadio Rojas, who has 8 points already. That's one of them with a little reverse layup. Lihude had the friendly bounce that went in. Well, how good is this Anwil team as we look at these highlights? You know, perhaps, you know, they're just several points away from having a much better record. Well, second quarter action underway. And further to my point, here's Olesen from the right corner. And the rebound for Anwil. What I was talking about was that they lost back-to-back games in the Polish League by combined 4 points. One of those being an overtime defeat and the other one by a single point. And also don't forget they lost to Avellino, double overtime. See the ball going off the hands of Zyskowski. So here from the left corner, Duran, where he made one already. So this Anwil team plays a lot of close games. They win some, they lose some, and as a colleague of mine says, the heart medication bills going up here in the in Włocławek. And now the foul called on Rudes. So Rudes, here he is again. It's a tough call. Let's just put it that way, because I didn't see it. Anyway, here's Rudes guarding that low post, and did a good job as well keeping Markovic out of there. Nikola Markovic. Here's Rudes for three. Don't get him mad, folks. He drills a three-pointer. You can see he was a little bit peeved after the foul that was called, and here he is coming out and drilling the three. Haven't really seen the best of Rudes since he's come back from the NBA, and you never know, maybe a great performance in one of these Basketball Champions League games will get him going. Here he is again playing low post, and that time guilty of the push. He just shoved Shevchik just a little bit. Yeah, that was definitely a foul. Come on, Damian. The one before, I agree with you. Here we go. Well, the problem is, more than anything, he had his hands on him. So when it comes back in the game. And the jump shot, good! So good shot from Michalik. They need him to get going as well, Anwil. And entry pass, and Kache again does some good work down low. He's a handful. So Markovic. Picks up the personal. Kache makes the second. Well, Murcia could not have had a better start, really, of 8 points on the road here at Anwil. Wojciechowski brings it back across midcourt. And the drive and the miss from Zyskowski. Here comes Olesen. Into the corner, Duran, he loves that spot, but he's only hit 1 of 3. Made his first one. Now down to Zyskowski, and a foul called on Murcia. No, the foul was called on Zyskowski. for a push. Ortusson was going to say, nice job, ref, give me 5. And the ref just walked away. Ortusson brings it across and almost turns it over. Good attempt from Mihalik to come up with a steal. Olesen not able to catch it cleanly. Ortusson goes baseline, puts it up and in, little runner. Now the dunk, and Mihalik puts it up off the glass. Perhaps has a little bit of an advantage down there on Olesen. Maybe an inch or two. And trying to take it to him. Damian Rudish misses. And Simon with the rebound. So Anwil still in it. Only down by 8, but they need to get it going. Mihalik for 3. Good! Well, he's come out with a confident stroke, hasn't he? He's brought some positive body lingo. And now he goes to the bench. He says, that's how you do it, folks. Watch this again. He doesn't hesitate, comes right out, shoots it, and makes it. So the shooting numbers still better for UCAM Murcia inside the arc, but you can see that Anwil with those 4 made 3-pointers, that's really been a big part of their attack today.
No contained defense with the foreman. No, in transition you jump on it. Jump and go. Get closer.
Look at that, that's the killer there for Anwil, giving away those 10 second chance points.
Hey, we go now, we go for chase. I mean, coach, 3 up. I want 3 up, chase here. Curl like this. I want good stagger from Mio. Mio, go get the ball, shoot it. Team! Hey!
So Murcia trying to go 5-0 on the season. Now, how many people would have anticipated that they would have had such a great start? Well, if you look at their schedule, you'd have to say it's probably gone as you would have expected, with the biggest challenge coming from Citigas Avellino. But here's the turnover, and Simon goes in and puts it up and in. That's how Anwil want to do it coming out of the timeout. And that will make that staff, that coach over there, Juarez, on the Murcia bench, his hair grow a little grayer. 3-point game now. Murcia on top of him, but this Anwil team not going away at all. And Edu Duran now doesn't catch it cleanly, and I think he's going to come out. Charlon Kloof comes back into the game, and Duran gets a mouthful from Juarez. Something to the effect, all you had to do was catch the ball. You got to catch it before you make your move. Now the dump to Simon. It's a 1-point game. Goodness me, they've wiped out that deficit in no time. It's a 1-point game. Ortusson. Now Soko. You got to get Soko going offensively. He's not had many touches. Gets it to Kache, over to Ortusson, short. And Kloof sniffing around, but it's Sobin that comes up with the rebound. Wojcinski, the fans into it now. Simon says he's going to take one. Hey, he's going to hit another 3-pointer for Anwil. And just like that, the Polish club back on top. Simon 7 points, and he's 3 of 5 from the floor. That was his first 3. Doyle. To Kache. Back outside to Kloof. Whoa, that was a tough shot from Kloof. I thought he was trying to bank it in. And at first I thought he was thinking of passing it. But instead he says, I'm going to tie this baby up. Anvil's numbers going up there. 11 of 20 now, 55% from the floor. Sobin living dangerously, going up against Kache, but he just takes care of business. Great job of just turning to his left into the paint and going right at the Romanian youngster. Now the drive, strong move from Soko, and the foul, I believe. The push. It'll be on Lihode. Soko takes his time and makes the first one. So his first 2 points of the game, Ovi Soko. And another timeout has been called. But Slavic calls the time.
I want us now to execute. Good. Kamil, dribble on this side. Watch for Chase here. And from here,
There's 10 assists for each team.
Valeri, face cut. Face cut and go. Don't make offensive foul. Easy layup. Nothing. I want Joseph, you here. Swing, swing. We execute this. Valeri. Go like that.
Not all.
If I switch to shoot, you switch to the 5. Now we can't switch.
Hey,
Go back.
exactly, but tall. But defense rebound. Rhythm in offense. Play. Normal.
14 rebounds for the visitors and 11 for Anvil.
On the press, one big is here, one big is here. When we pass it back to the guard, you pass it up here. You turn it
Well, that was a steal by Sobin, and good job for Wojciechowski. And then Sobin unselfishly hands it off to Doyle. Again, so nice stat collecting there from Sobin. Got the steal and the assist in one play. Wojciechowski now brings it up across midcourt. And Anvil, under 4 minutes remaining now in this first half, all knotted at 30 with UCAM Murcia trying to give Murcia their first defeat. Lihode for three. Now Dalia rebounds it like an Argentinian international should. Passes it over to Kloof. Doyle off 1 foot. And Simon with the rebound. Lihode drives in, scores again. He gets his points, doesn't he? Came into this as the team's second leading scorer. Good pickup for Anvil. Lihode, 8 points already today. Now Dalia. Short jumper. He's impressed tonight, hasn't he? Looks like he's gotten a little bit stronger this season. You know what they say, sometimes the bigs take a little bit longer to develop. Here's a good drive, and the basket is good from Wojciechowski. Doyle down to Dalia, bounce pass to Doyle, and Soko got it. Went up quickly, was denied, and boy, the Polish team putting them under pressure, and they do not get a shot off before the shot clock expired. Juarez. His arms open wide. Appealing for a foul. It's usually when that happens, the other team's playing a lot better. Tobin says, I'll take it to D'Elia. He's already done it to Kache, and now he passes it back out to Lihode. So Lihode's three-pointer, and they've hit a bevy of those tonight, has put Anwil back on top by 3, but Doyle gets it right back. So Anwil on top 37-35. Chansky. Now Doyle all the way up to D'Elia. Boy, the big fella ran the court well. He caught the pass, and he laid it up and in and drew the foul. Boy, he has impressed tonight, folks. D'Elia. Can't say it enough. That is just a fantastic, fantastic play, because even then it wasn't a straightforward pass to catch, but he caught it, and now he has got a chance to go to 7 points with his 4 rebounds and 2 assists. "26 years of age, Marcos D'Elia. She plays on an Italian passport. A lot of former Italians and Spaniards that obviously settled in Argentina. So have dual citizenship. Cardiff over there lobbying the referee, trying to get him to see his way of thinking. D'Elia makes a hash of that free throw, so he stays on 6 points. And McCulloch misses, and D'Elia again hustles down the floor and gets the rebound. He's everywhere right now. So here Hernandez must be watching. Otasan. Hernandez, the coach of Argentina. But the World Cup qualifiers coming up at the end of this month. Otasan gets in, and Doyle, great job. Doyle was able to throw it off of Sobin. Otasan is going to inbound the ball. Got so many holdovers from last season's team, Murcia. And now again, Sobin, unlucky there. Great defensive play by Sobin. Boy, he's bringing the effort for the big center. Both of these guys, D'Elia and Sobin, making plays for their respective teams. Shot clock down to 5. Great defense from Simon. Ball goes off of Ertesen.
What I want to see is immediately we
Timeout
go in
from
pressing.
Anwil.
We want chase here. Listen, listen. Kostek, me out. Chase, start here, and then start sprinting here. They're gonna make this pass
So you see the points off turnovers. Anwil now with 12 and Murcia with 4. All these interesting stats. Great job by our graphics team coming up with these. Showing where the game is being won and lost.
I want Chase or me out here. Here is Costa. You win the back.
Well, you know, you look back as you see Sobin in here hustling and Lihode hitting that three-pointer. You know, who's missing from that team last year? Some pretty big names. You had Vitor Benita, of course, the Brazil international, no longer there. Cleveland Hanna, the point guard, he won him some games. So those two guys, especially Augusto Lima. So they do have a lot of holdovers from last year's Final Four team, but nevertheless, the guys that left were very important players. Sadio Rojas comes in, rebounds it, hands it off to Doyle. Of course, don't forget this UCAM Murcia team hasn't lost a game in this Basketball Champions League. Doyle spins and controls himself. Oh boy, what a finish. He says, why don't we go to halftime on the back of that? That was all Milton Doyle signing off at the end of the half. 39-37, UCAM Murcia on top against Anwil. See the numbers. 6 threes for Anwil, 4 for Murcia. Murcia dominating the boards, especially with those 9 offensive rebounds. That's got to be a concern for Anwil. Today with the 11 points. I'd say that's a quiet 11 for him, leading the way for Anwil. Like the hustle being shown by both Sobin and Kloof. Markovic also coming off the bench and getting that block. Overall, Michalik and Simon also amongst the leading scorers for Anwil. And you've got Milton Doyle, Sadio Rojas, each with 8 points and 6 points for Marcos D'Elia. So we're at halftime. It's UCAM Murcia with that late Milton Doyle shot in the lane, leading at 39-37 here at Anwil with Slavic. So here's some of the highlights from this first half, and it's been a good one tonight. Nizhny Novgorod are putting a hurting on Le Mans tonight. So it's sort of a surprise to me that that would be a decisive win for Nizhny Novgorod, but they're winning it 85-69. Le Mans clearly not traveling well tonight. And also there's hope for MHP and Lewisburg that they will get their first win in the Basketball Champions League. They're up 49-40 at halftime. As again, you look at the halftime stats here, where it's 39-37, UCAM Murcia on top of Anwil. The Cablis are at halftime in a low-scoring game, winning 29-22 over Dijon. And Opava are up 23-19 on Pau. Simon hitting his three-pointer. And, well, this one has all the potential, folks, to go the distance. Be a very close one. So you don't want to go away. We'll be right back for the start of second half action here in Poland.
Następnie Anwil and UCAM
Well, Charlotte Kloof and Murcia on top 39-37. And you can see Kloof talking there with assistant coach Alberto Miranda. I think a lot of times those assistant coaches probably don't get as much credit as they deserve. They work hard. Also Pepe Rodriguez over there on the bench of Javier Juarez of this UCAM Murcia team. And ditto for this Anwil team, who have come out and impressed tonight. And just again, you know, when you look back and you look at the type of year that they've had, they could very easily have a much better record. 3 of their first 4 games, Anwil, have been played on the road. They haven't had the luxury of playing at home. Although, that said, their fans have traveled in big numbers to support them. So they've been impressive in that sense. And, you know, they're making this Basketball Champions League season debut a memorable one. So folks, you want to read up on all of these teams and all the features and everything else, you want to go to the Basketball Champions League website. That's www.championsleague.basketball. And you'll see a lot of stats, columns, the latest power rankings. It always makes me laugh because there's some good humor in that one. I always enjoy watching what the referees picked out this week to highlight in terms of the good calls and the bad calls. That column, I guess you'd call it, or feature, that weekly feature is called Tough Calls. There's also a podcast that you can listen to. Always a player that's interviewed on that one.
And they're gonna switch then this one. So we have 4 and 5 attached here.
You can also,
4 men goes here. And then we go for this outside screen. It's just a matter
the Basketball Champions League website. And also the app. In fact, you can get the latest scores. The podcast is called the Coast to Coast Podcast. This week, in fact, if you were to go, you would hear Kamil Bączynski here, the point guard of this Kamil team, of this Anwil team. So that was interesting. And of course, you get all the latest, the teams of the weeks, the MVP of the week. You get the great help side column, and you get the Champions League Insider column. So those are all very worthwhile reads and entertaining, I might add. Well, second half action underway here in Włocławek. Anwil trailing by 2 points. So the power rankings and the insider column, Igor Cherkovich, if you want to follow him on the Champions League website. And that time Anwil denied. Champions League insider by Deacon Lloyd-Smith. And here's the jump shot, and Simon misses. And Igor Cherkovich's Champions League help side. You can listen, you can read up on that as well as his power rankings. There's a foul that's been called down low. Soko is at the free throw line. And makes the free throw, so the three-point play. And Murcia now up 42-37. By the way, that was Kloof who got the assist on that play. just at the shot clock buzzer. Shaky start here for Anwil. Murcia, you don't want to allow them to establish themselves here at the start of this third quarter. I mean, it's always said in basketball, you know that first 5 minutes is so crucial in the second half. And again, Anwil being a little bit careless, the turnover. Seven turnovers now for Anwil. So just think how well this Murcia team is playing tonight without Kevin Toumba as well, the Belgium international. Not sure why he's not out there. Oftentimes guys giving a breather. Here's Milton Doyle for three. Goodness gracious. Doyle, we saw what he could do right at the end of the first half, and you can see Milicic thinking, right, just get a hand in the face. Don't worry, he's a meter behind the arc. That's a tough shot, and Doyle made it look easy. So 8 points, the advantage now. Over to Sobin, a little jump hook. D'Elia. Now, Doyle bumped up high. Good anticipation there from Simon. Oh, he gets the pass back. Beautiful basketball, and Doyle commits the foul. All Chase Simon there, folks. And Wojciechowski, watch this pass. This is called give and go on the break. Well, every time Murcia looked like they might start opening up a big lead, Anwil come back, and now Simon down low gets fouled again, this one on Doyle. So Doyle, what is it about teams just not quite able to land, not necessarily the knockout punch, but just not able to step on that accelerator? Juanez comes over to Doyle and says, don't worry about it, big fella. Simon's free throw gets it back to a 4-point game. Well, Simon's been solid tonight. He's got 12 points. And yes, folks, that is a game high. And makes just 1 of 2, however. $11 points, in fact. Sadio Rojas misses. Wojciechowski, and good defense. Well, they will keep the ball. 18 on the shot clock. Wojciechowski. Good effort from Soko to prevent the layup. Lihode. Gets the foul called on Rojas. Sadio Rojas actually comes from the great state of Texas, the Lone Star State, but is of Dominican Republic heritage and is able to play for that national team. Play well, I might add. Dominican Republic right in the hunt for the 32-team World Cup. Here he is, playing his heart out for Murcia. Playing down low against Sobin. Sobin battles, gets it back, and draws the foul from Soko. Well, Sobin, the more you watch him, his work rate is phenomenal. I mean, he just looks exhausted, doesn't he? I mean, he is going after it every time down the floor. He's taking a deep breath now at the line. picks up his second. Soko comes from the United Kingdom, plays for Great Britain's national team. Here's Sobin. Sobin makes just one of two. Anwil 2 of 4 at the line on their last 4 attempts. Simon coming out and putting some pressure. It's a 3-point lead. Kloof. And Rojas takes the bump from Wonchansky. There's a dump down low to Dalia, and Lihude with the rebound. Here he is again, driving in. Simon this time denied. Good D from Olesen. Simon perhaps a little guilty of perhaps going too far that time. I don't know if he thought he was going to get the call. Into the corner it goes. Olesen wide open. Lihude beats Soko to the rebound. Wonchansky. Lihude this time has it knocked out of his hands. Kloof on the break to Rojas. Takes a little bit of contact from Sobin. And a foul called on the Croatian. Sobin taking a deep breath. Second foul on him. Speaking of Sobin, here we go again. Another look at that. So Sobin kind of just gets a little bump there. His dad, Goran, you might remember, if you're watching this game, was one of the all-time great Croatian players. Won 3 straight European Cups with Jugoplastico. He was a teammate of Dino Raja, Toni Kukoc, Vladimir Parašević. So he comes from good basketball stock, does Sobin, to put it mildly. His dad, Goran, he's proud as a peach watching him play. There is good free throw shooting there from Sadio Rojas. That information provided by Igor Cherkovic. And a bump, and Ševčík misses. So Šimon Ševčík had a chance. Now Olesen, look at Milicic. He's like, no time to panic. Get back on defense, put your hands up. It's like almost a 1-3-1 there. And the dump down low to Dalia, and took his time and went up and scored. Lihude was there. Lihude perhaps flirting with a foul, but nothing was called. Lowered his arms. Ševčík, pump fake. Soft touch, not rewarded. Rojas with the rebound, gets it over to Kloof. Olesen over to Kloof. Rojas. And shooters roll for Rojas. Sure enough, his foot was behind the arc, and that forces Milicic to call timeout.
This is not our game.
Let's listen in.
If we let them in this area to dribble the ball and do everything. Attack them. If they
team with 6 threes. UCAM Murcia with 3 more makes inside the arc.
Normal. 2, 3. Vuelta. Agresivo en el pick and roll against 5. Okay? Play with the ball for pass. Okay.
Interesting as you look at second chance points as well from Murcia, 12-4. But at the free throw line, it's a big difference as well. 8 of 10 for Murcia, 4 of 7 for Anwil. So right now it's working for Murcia, but as we've seen in this game, rather, Anwil have been able to chip away quickly. Meeting of the minds over there, Milicic and Simon. Well, this is a good time for Anwil to score for these fans, that's for sure. Markovic, back to Soko down low, spins, puts it up. Boy, that was a good move. Good patience. I think I would go to that every time down the floor. Is in the game. Shevchik raises his hands to say, I kicked it or I committed the foul. 15 on the shot clock. So the foul was indeed called on Shevchik. Shevchik. Kloof pulls up and short this time. Boy, what a rebound that was from Kache. And now he's going to go back up. And look at how they crashed those offensive boards. Kache was going to get that bucket. And did a good job. Now again, Markovic, this time pushed away by Rojas. And gets the foul. Tussin comes back in. Ziskowski comes back in. 2-2 Anwil, trailing by 8 points against undefeated 4-0 UCAM Murcia. And you see Milicic, frustration, need to give away points at the free throw line. What they have today, they're just 4 of 8 at the charity stripe. Hutchison trying to hand it off to Kache. Good defense. Chansky. Markovic hands it back off to Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski steps back for 3. Oh! Rimmed out. That would have cut it to a 4-point deficit. Three-pointer for Olesen. Glances off the front of the rim. Simon goes right down the lane, puts it up and in. No signs of panic coming from Anwil. You know, it was interesting in that timeout as you see Simon again, how he scores with that burst to the basket. It's interesting how Milicic was like, we've got to play our game. We're not playing our game. And now you just feel like this team is playing much more how they need to play to have a chance to win. Audience knows you can't take the night off ever in the Basketball Champions League. You have to coach to the end. You can't cruise, sit back and lap it up. This team's going to be pushed to the end. Wolf sinks the first one. This, again, as a reminder, Anwil just 5 of 9 at the free throw line. But Murcia doing a much better job. They are 9 of 11, now 10 of 12. Step back for Simon. Kache with the rebound. Well, Kache is a statistical giant, isn't he? Here he is again. He was patient. Now over to the corner. Rudes misses, but Erdison gets inside, gets the offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound given away. They've got 10. Kloof misses badly, and another offensive rebound. Erdison, and finally Anwil get it, and it's a 3-on-2 break. Simon, Siskovsky went up and traveled as the Murcia defense, not sure who it was, but got a hand in the face and made him go back down. Olsen possibly. And right at the end, oh, can you believe it? Right at the end of the third quarter, Murcia. Wonderful shot right across midcourt from Charlon Kloof. Have another look. He says, I better get this up. How about this little runner? Bam! Every second counts, folks. And making that even more brutal was the turnover for Anwil. They had a chance to get to within 4, and instead they're down by 10.
Okay, don't worry about it. This is not lucky shot. We played bad. Why we didn't stay on the press? Why we didn't help? 2 seconds.
UCAM Murcia now 7 of 17 from deep.
We will have this game. We turn it around. It will be our game.
I'm sure she's supposed to be up there. She needs to get down when play resumes, but nevertheless.
Now, any turnover, and don't let to play any defense. We win the game if we play 15 defense. Only 15, eh?
Good crowd in Włocławek tonight, watching UCAM Murcia trying to go to 5-0 in the Basketball Champions League against their Anwil team, which is hoping to overcome this deficit, come back and win for the 3rd time in 5 games. Right now they're 2-2. And it really just goes to illustrate how quickly things can change. Bukowski had a potential three-pointer in the final seconds. He traveled, they inbounded the ball, and Cliff went down and hit that three from half court. Rebound from Markovic. Krashansky also in the game, number 41. Here's Simon for three, so he gets that three-pointer right back. $16 points for Simon tonight. 2 of 4 from three-point range. Erdesson. Damian Rudis. Shot clock winding down, and a hold has been called on Vatovsky. Well, the calm and just the plain talking from Milicic at the end of the third quarter after that shot, he says, if we play our game, we'll win here over the final 10 minutes. But look at that. Kache with the bounce pass to Olesen. Well, the veteran knew to make the cut. And Kache, and now the offensive foul called here on Anwil and Simon. Oh, Parzinski, excuse me. Parzinski setting the pick on Kloof. Erdesson playing a lot of minutes tonight. Number 3. Markovic. A time call for the foul. Two fouls on Markovic. Rudis for the three-pointer is good. Seen it a couple of times tonight, folks. Damian Rudis stroking that jump shot from deep. He's 2 of 3. Another foul called on Damian Rudis. And he was holding Markovic. 12 points the advantage. 2 minutes here into the fourth quarter. And Cliff raised his hands as if to say, I've committed the foul. So many good games going across the Basketball Champions League tonight. Lo and behold, MHP Riesen Lewisburg, they were up by 9 at halftime, but now trailing by 6 entering the fourth quarter. So it's just an endless situation, it seems, for Lewisburg. They get on top and they just can't put teams away. Now, Kloof in the open floor goes in for the dunk. Well, his energy is important, isn't it, to this Murcia team? Sloppy play by Anwil, punished. The Dutch dagger. The Dutch dagger dunk. 14 points is their biggest lead of the game. UCAM Murcia.
And slip. Nicola, slip, but not close. Slip.
Rebounding's been a big part of their success tonight.
I want to see a shooter here. Nothing. Pass the ball to Kamil. Kuba. Set the screen. Attack. And Kostek, when you pass, change. Change. Yeah. When you pass, go
Murcia with 16 fast break points. And also, yeah, this is the biggest lead, 14 points. Anwil led earlier in the game by 5. Maybe he's got some magic. You know, they just have to. They got to start knuckling down on defense, and they certainly can't turn the ball over. Murcia has punished them numerous times tonight when they've made mistakes. Krzyzewski back in the game, number 31. Another miss. And again, the sight of Cliff bring the ball up the floor. Brutus for 3, well short. Krzyzewski. His pass batted out of bounds to Juarez. Oh, look, he's playing a little bit of games over there now. He must be feeling a little bit better about his team's chances tonight. Juarez. Chansky. Shot clock winding down. Oh, the beautiful pass. Sobin. Oh, what a play. What a play and what patience from Anwil. Kloof splits the D, the pass to Kache, who follows. Look at him crashing the boards, and Kloof again. With the offensive rebound, you have to marvel at it, really. They're that good. Kloof for 3, and that is the end result. If you fail to get the rebound, they will punish you. Chansky brings it up the floor. Now Kloof comes up with a steal. Boy, he's kind of taken over the game, isn't he, Charlon Kloof? It's good. And you might be about ready to start up the music tonight. Good night. It's over. I mean, they are just smoking hot right now. 17 points is the lead. It's their biggest of the game. And the runner and the miss. Sobin hustles, gets it back. Nikolic with a little runner, it's good. 72-57. Well, don't go away, folks. A long way to go, but right now, UCAM Murcia playing with some fire in the belly. Like they want it more. Kloof especially off the back of the rim that time. Now Sobin tries to go to work on Kache. Turns, gets inside. Got into a great position, just did not finish. Nikolic guarding Urtasun. Oh, hands it off to Kache. Kache looks like he could star in the remake of Casablanca with that look tonight. There's Sobin, and it goes, and Markovic with the left-handed layup. Murcia more than happy to trade baskets at this point. Down low, and again, Kache scores. Just gets in a great position. Makes the simple plays, the plays he has to make. Well, they've got some weapons, don't they? Kache just 2 points and 2 rebounds away from a double-double here. Sobin. Kloof hustles, is tripped up. He has been the man with the plan in the second half tonight. Kloof, 13 points, 6 steals, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Kloof, dare I say, is now in the conversation about the team of the week. I mean, he's been sensational. Not sure what they want to look at here, but Kloof has the highest efficiency rating of any player in the game right now at plus 23. Look at that. He's sticking his nose in there. So they were reviewing it to see if there was an unsportsmanlike foul, and indeed there has been one that has been called. And that's what they do now. They will review it and they will determine it. And the look that Kloof gave after that tackle was 1,000 words. So unsportsmanlike was called on Sobin. And Kloof rattles in the first free throw. He's really racking up the stats now, and Milicic just looks very disappointed. And then Rudic puts it up and hits another jumper. Seems to be getting into his shooting rhythm now. And Rudic is, I'm going to look back and see what his previous high was coming into this game. I mean, he's foul call on Doyle. So he came in averaging 5 points per game. Did Rudic, 32 years of age. He's got 8 points right now. Well, his high was, yeah, he had 7 points against Le Mans in their opener. There's Kache with another rebound. So yeah, so Damian Rudic has a season high 8 points right now. And there's Doyle. Kloof, who has the 15 points, gets it over to Doyle. Doyle for 3. Boy, they have really thrown some blows tonight here in the fourth quarter. They are just basically saying, we are the best team in the Basketball Champions League right now. Nobody's close. They have blown this thing wide open. They're up by 24 points. Shevchik for 3. And the offensive rebound put back by Michalik. Rudis gets it back. He's going to drive in. Konchansky hands it off. Shretsky. Mikhailuk for three. Is that going to be a 3 or a 2? Looks like a 3. So 83-64. Murcia hit 10 of 22 tonight from deep. Another one. And boy, I tell you what, he is feeling it right now, folks. Rudis with 10 points. In fact, that might be 11 points. I think that was a 3.
Let's put the gap down.
No, they're saying it was a 2.
Going five up. Simon is setting the screen here. And Zizou, go for Cosmo.
So Simon, Simon rather has the 16 points. Konchansky the 10 assists.
And Bala gets the ball. When he gets the ball, Simon.
No turnover. Hey, all defense. Okay. Vamos, va.
Hey, 3 rebounds and it's over. 3 more rebounds and it's over.
1, 2, 3.
Doyle, that was his 3-pointer that he hit. Like a foul has been called on Alberto Martin. First time we've seen him tonight. Doesn't waste any time picking up his personal. So Mikhailuk at the line, and Anwil would certainly like to shave off about 10 points here over the final minute 20 if they can. The win has probably escaped them at this point. And Lihode not able to rebound it. Free throw shooting has been a problem tonight. 7 of 12 at the line, 58.33%. Soko gets in the lane, throws it out of bounds. Not understanding that at all from Ovi Soko. Lazar Mudic comes into the game. Simon takes some contact. So Lazar Mudic coming into the game. He says, that's a three-point play coming up for me. He does indeed get the three-point play. 85-68 now. 17-point deficit for Anwil. Alberto Martin. Oh, Mudic comes in and he dunks it. Right off the bench, and he gets a two-handed flush. Liuhade for three. Krzyzewski not able to, Ziskowski not able to rebound it. And Doyle has it. Presumably, he'll just hold on to it. Leading by 19 points, Murcia. So Anwil fans will go home disappointed. Nevertheless, they'll hear some warm applause, as will Murcia, for a job well done. They were clinical tonight, folks. They just turned up the intensity meter, led by Charlon Kloof, and rolled to an 87-68 win here in Poland. Well, Anwil will have to go back to the drawing board, folks. There you see the numbers: 16-35 inside the arc, 7-15 from deep, and just 6-10 at the line at the end. But Murcia, okay, look at the shooting numbers, but also look at the rebounds. I mean, they killed them on the offensive glass. 13 boards, 23 assists, 9 steals. And the game just got away from this Anwil team, really. From the time that Kloof hit that three-pointer at the end of the third quarter, that did indeed turn out to be a dagger. He finished with 15 points, 7 steals. I mean, that is impressive stuff right there. I think out of everything that he will be proud of tonight, other than the win, will be the 7 steals that he came up with. Things did not go according to plan tonight for Anwil. I would say they were right there, thereabouts, for almost 3 quarters tonight. And there were a lot of plays that they could have made that they didn't make. This is an Anwil team that needs to stress the positives right now, perhaps learn. You wonder about, going up a team like Murcia that made it to the Final Four, that plays in the Spanish Liga Endesa, perhaps has that little bit more experience, a little more savvy. And it kind of came to the fore tonight against Anwil, who were playing in the Basketball Champions League for the first time. But they played some good basketball, Anwil, for long stretches of this game. And there's a long way to go in the season. Remember, this is only game day 5. So I'm guessing that Milic will say, if we are going to play our game, we can come out and beat anybody in this competition, but we've got to play our game. And clearly, they can't allow the opponent to play their game, especially with one of the strengths of this Murcia team is to be able to get in there and pound away on the glass. That was an unsportsmanlike foul there that sent Kloof to the line. And you can see that was the coach saying, "You are going to go check that out, aren't you?" And they checked it out. Now here's an interesting development. If Damian Ruiz can get it going again, we talked about him not being the same since he came back from the NBA. That might get his confidence up tonight, and maybe he can become more of a weapon for this Murcia team. And Anwil did battle. You got to tip your hat to them. But really, Murcia wanted it more tonight. That's how I saw it. When push came to shove in that second half, it was the team from Spain that was getting after it just that little bit more. They win it 87-68 at Anwil. Thanks for watching, everybody.
caught it.